Well, this taking place now, the Umkhonto we Sizwe party says it has just opened a case against the police minister Senzo Mchunu following Mkhwanazi's claims of corruption. Member of Parliament, Mr. David Skhosana, joins us now to give us an update. Mr. Skhosana, good evening to you. It is now 6 minutes past 10. I know that it was just within the past 2 hours that the Umkhonto we Sizwe party went to, I think it is the Brooklyn police station. Talk to us about what it is that you've done.
Good evening. I'm not sure whether you hear me well, and good evening to
we can hear you well, yes,
listeners. Sir. We are at the police station as we speak, at Brooklyn police station. Indeed, we've opened a case against Minister Senzo Mchunu and General Sibiya. Precisely, the case, as I said on Monday in your show, is for defeating the end of justice and perpetually. On the 5th of March, at the Portfolio Committee, Minister Senzo Mchunu denied knowing Brian on the day, and he misled us on the day. Now, it came out that he knows it. And indeed, remember, when we asked this question, we asked ministers who are accounting to the Portfolio Committee, under oath. Now, we had to do that. General Mkhwanazi on Sunday exposed a lot of shenanigans in the police force. For instance, I'll give you an example that there's some documents which were removed by IDEC. IDEC has now become, the so-called scorpion in disguise. They've got some supernatural powers of doing as they pleased. And there's people who resigned from the civilian police service who are working there. Some of them were seconded there, but now they've got their own staff. We've got professionals there who used to work with the Hawks. But we have a rock unit, as we are told, and that has to be proven when the staff's management, top management appears at our core committee, at the Portfolio Committee. But as things stand now, as Umkhonto we Sizwe party, we are concerned that the safety of this country is not at the hands of the people who are supposed to be the custodians. Criminals were able to infiltrate of what General Mkhwanazi has told us. But in fact, we were going to demand that we have an inquiry, and we'll be asking General Mkhwanazi, the Provincial Commissioner from KwaZulu-Natal, to be as well subjected to that inquiry. Because what he said on Sunday, and which is a cause for concern for Umkhonto we Sizwe party, that the president of the country, as we speak, he has not acted as we speak today. The first time on Sunday, today is Wednesday, is after 10. And there's nothing which has happened. We know that the principle of, universal principle of innocent until proven guilty. But General Mkhwanazi has backed up his allegation with some evidence. And I guess by now, we're supposed to have the country, the president was supposed to be taking the country into confidence. But he's quiet. And I hope that they're not closing ranks.
Let me ask you this.
Let
me ask you this, Mr. Skhosana, just for clarity here. The charges that the MK party is pursuing against General Sibiya as well as Minister Mkhwanazi. Just clarify the charges that you're pursuing.
As I said, there's defeating the end of justice. That's number one. Number two is perjury.
Okay.
And at the Portfolio Committee, when they come to the Portfolio Committee, obviously we're going to talk about those matters in details. And remember that he alleged General Mkhwanazi that General Sibiya, there were documents which were taken, and we want to know whether it was the chief of staff of the minister who instructed, but that would be deliberated at the Portfolio Committee. But for now, what he told us and the nation, not necessarily, as I said earlier, on Monday on your show, that it was a zero-cost budget, of not the 700 million dialogue. It's a national dialogue as we speak now. Mkhwanazi made it for free for South Africans. For anyone to hear what Mkhwanazi has said, we are following up exactly what he has told the nation. We are opening a case against the minister and General Sibiya, not because of malice, but because of what the general, one of their own, has told the nation.
You talk about the Portfolio Committee. Of course, we on Newsroom Africa earlier did have a conversation with the Speaker of the National Assembly, and she was able to clarify for us that 3 portfolio committees, that's intelligence, justice, as well as police, have been given 14 days to make recommendations as to what needs to happen with these allegations that have been put forward by General Mkhwanazi. I mean, you've got all these organizations, though, whether it be civil society or even political parties, that are saying this matter needs to be dealt with urgency. I mean, are you confident that 14 days for these portfolio committees to come back and make recommendations, and that then going to give some direction to the National Assembly on what needs to happen, that is moving at the speed that is necessary?
No chance. As I said to you, this is closing range for me. 14 days for what? I mean, we had on Sunday when General Mkhwanazi was clear about these matters. And to give 14 days, I can tell you now, they are giving themselves enough time to close ranks, to defend each other. For us, as I said, as a portfolio committee, we wrote to the chairperson, and we've spoken to the chairperson to say, we need a portfolio committee as a matter of urgency. And the speaker, if he feels that, we need 14 days, for me, what are we going to get in 14 days, which we don't have now? Because General Mkhwanazi gave us evidence. What are we looking for now? Why the 14 days? Because Mkhwanazi, the provincial commissioner, has backed up his allegation with evidence. The country was listening to him. Why 14 days?
I want to bring this in. We did see this press briefing taking place today by the National Police Commissioner, Fani Masemola. And this is what he says, and I'm going to quote a little bit from what he says. "I'm sure you have not seen any letter that I have signed to close the unit." Of course, he's speaking about the political killings task team. "I have not signed it, and I don't think anyone has seen the letter authorizing the closure of the unit." So the National Police Commissioner has denied giving authorization to shut down this task team. Meanwhile, though, you've got the Deputy Police Commissioner who, when speaking to Newsroom Africa over the weekend, said that Masemola was aware of that letter. So what do you make, of what we're hearing from a Deputy Police Commissioner and then the National Police Commissioner saying, I didn't sign off on the closure of that unit?
Hence, we are opening a case of perjury. And I mean, the National Commissioner said, and it's true, there's no document so far, besides what we've seen from the minister, which was signed by the minister about the disbandment of that special task team. But for General Sibiya to mislead the nation, to say that the National Commissioner is the one who instructed him, that's perjury. Hence, I was saying to you earlier that we are opening this case for the minister and the Deputy Commissioner General Sibiya for defeating the head of justice, because some targets have been removed from the police station. And as you heard, Mkhwanazi said it clearly that there's some members of parliament who are involved in this. Some targets were removed at the police station and given to IDEC. And that IDEC, there's unfortunately, some people who are not famous, who are doing some shenanigans. As I said, there's those gentlemen who are from Hawks, who are very honest. And there's this, which the general has said, it's not me. That the IDEC as well, there's an issues there. And Advocate Joe Johnson, in a way, is involved in these matters. And we cannot allow the country to be dragged again. Because IDEC as well belongs to another department, is belonging to the NPA, it doesn't belong to the Southern Police Service. Hence, they were able to arrest the criminal intelligence boss, Kumano, at the airport. For what? For some employment of some kind, not even for criminality, for people who have murdered, for people who have embezzlement of funds. But because it was dramatized, now we are taking our focus off the crocodile and chasing lizards.
Yeah.
There's an issue at the top management of South African Police Service. General Mkhwanazi has told us everything on Sunday. As I'm saying, I'm not buying the issue of 14 days. 14 days is for cover-up.
Well, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for speaking to us. So that there, Mr. David Skhosana, Member of Parliament representing Umkhonto we Sizwe party, that is, that has, they say, just opened up a case against General Sibiya, as well as the Minister Senzo Mchunu.